Blame Truth here. It's been a weird couple of days since my last video. Some stuff has happened, and I was kind of waiting on Call of Duty to actually speak to us about their matchmaking debacle with Black Ops 7, but they're not doing anything, and I really shouldn't be surprised, but I am. I mean, I'm so unsurprised that I decided that I'm not even bothering with Modern Warfare 4 this year. I'm just done. And it's because of stuff like that, but not just that, stuff like what I'm going to show you in this video. I tried to tell you guys about 3 weeks ago that the ports were going to get hacked, and I wish you listened to me. I said probably within a couple of weeks to a month or two, they'll get hacked. It turns out it was even quicker than that, and people got mad at me for saying that. People got mad at me for saying that the ports were lazy. I'm not talking shit about the actual games. Black Ops 2 is my favorite Call of Duty of all time, and Black Ops 1's right up there in the top 5, I do believe. So it's not nothing against the games. It's everything against the studio, the publishers, the dev teams. They just don't give a fuck. And after you watch what I'm going to show you in this video, you're going to have to agree with that. And you know what? If you're one of those people that talk shit on that initial video to me saying like these ports are amazing, then you can apologize below, because I was right yet again. It's honestly getting kind of old being right so much, but I digress. Let's get into the video, because viewer, I got a lot I want to get off my chest. So first and foremost, I've been covering all the hackers that I've spotted on Twitter on the ports. It's not super widespread, to be fair, but it's widespread enough to see stuff like this every single time I open Twitter. And I'm not looking for it. It's just my algorithm. I maybe liked a few posts, and I just see like several to dozens per day, every day, of these lobbies, and nothing is being done about it. And it's inexcusable. It's inexcusable. This is the #1 game on PlayStation. I'm not making that up, by the way. Let's get into the next little bit of business here. This game, Black Ops 2, a 14-year-old port at this point in time, with no new features, by the way, is beating out the biggest game in the world. Keep in mind that Black Ops 2 did not have any sort of advertising. It was just kind of announced on Twitter, and that was it. And then it dropped, and it's beating out the biggest fucking video game, arguably ever, in player numbers. Black Ops 1 is not doing too shabby either, considering Black Ops 2 is typically the more favored COD. But what's even more interesting about this is how Black Ops 2 killed regular Call of Duty and made them drop down 2 spots. And keep in mind that Call of Duty, particular metric there is Black Ops 7 and Warzone combined. I keep thinking Black Ops 6 is with that, but I forgot they decoupled that for whatever reason. And it gets even worse if you go over to Steam charts. And I think the Steam charts numbers are actually funnier than they should be, because you can see they actually had player numbers kind of rise when they did something right and put in the Call of Duty Classic mode. And then immediately they lost all those gains and more on the average player numbers, because this new season is diabolically bullshit. I'll get into more of that later about the whole fucking matchmaking and their silence, but Black Ops 7 may as well be dead. They may as well not even do anything else with it, and it's obvious to me that not only did they rug pull the matchmaking with open matchmaking, but I think something more nefarious is going on, but I need to do more research before I make that video. So regardless, I have a lot more I want to get into after a brief word from this video's sponsor. This one you guys are going to pick up. FlyDigi controllers are personally the best controller I have ever used. I've been using an Apex for the past 2 years, but their new offering here, the Vader 5S, has just replaced that one because it's even better. Not only do you get Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for a month free when you buy the Vader, but you also get the amazing software for free, which this is my preferred controller on PC, and this has been an absolute joy to customize to my liking to play GTA Vice City, and I can dial in the exact amount of trigger pressure I want for Vice City on the PC, which lets me do free aim and lock-on aim very, very easily. I legitimately could not do this if this controller did not have this feature, so it's insanely welcomed. But also, you get tension rings to adjust your sensitivity with the sticks. No stick drift whatsoever. Tons and tons of buttons. Rotary pivoted D-pad, trigger locks, fine-tuned trigger vibration. Everything on this controller is exactly what I want, and it lets me do things like this in DBD when I need fine-tuned precision for looping the killer. But this controller is great for everything. FPS, DBD, Vice City, you name it, the Vader 5S will do it on Xbox and PC better than any other controller I have ever seen. So hit up the link in the pinned comment or video description. Get yours now, and trust me on this one, you will not be disappointed. This thing is incredible. Alright guys, welcome back to the video. I actually used a Fly Digi controller in this gameplay back when I played X Defiant and it was still around, so the more you know, the more you know. Great controllers though, definitely recommend them. Let's get back to the main topic here though. Let's talk about these hackers. You might be thinking like, well, it's just infected lobbies, it's just some people messing around, it's not a huge deal. There is actually a hacker out there that, maybe you guys heard of this, maybe you didn't, but there's actually a hacker out there that if he gets into your lobby, can brick your game. And I'm not talking about like brick it temporarily. I'm not talking about he flashes Mandingo's penis up on the screen or whatever and you're just like jump scared. No, I am talking about your money that you spent on the game is just gone. The game is fucking ruined. And he legitimately did it to a streamer today. I'm not kidding. So let's consult the footage here, shall we?
Bro, who is this guy? What just happened? What? I just get fucking hacked? Well, hi there, enjoy. Much love from you-know-who. Welcome to Black Ops 2. Did I just get... Wait, I'm Master Prestige. Brother, it was a modded lobby that I just got in and I'm Master Prestige now. Look, I'm level 55, Prestige 16. I don't know if y'all, oh my God. Literally everything's unlocked on my account, look. I literally just got, dude, that's insane, bro. How are they doing that shit on PS5? Okay, you know what's weird? My guns aren't leveled. Wait, so my guns aren't maxed. It's just...
Now, this might seem like kind of a harmless thing, like they're just setting you to Master Prestige and changing your classes, right? But no, this literally bricks the game, and wouldn't you know it, fucking Treyarch and Call of Duty are completely silent, and they don't give a shit. The fact that it happened to Tim the Tatman, a popular streamer, might get them to do something, but I've seen people, everyone on the timeline that plays these games, saying, fix this hacking shit for weeks now, and they haven't done anything. So this guy says, modders are now going around freezing people's classes on the Black Ops 2 port. This makes it so they can't unlock guns, can't reset stats, and when the match loads, their game crashes, making the game unplayable. If there was ever a time for y'all to say something, it would be now. That was yesterday, by the way. I have given them exactly 24 hours to say anything, and they've done nothing. They do not give a single solitary fuck about you, the consumer, and I tried to warn you guys, I really did. And yet it's the same song and dance every time I make a video warning people that this company's a bunch of fucking scumbags and that they don't give a shit about hackers. In fact, part of me thinks that they just let them run free because they want this to happen. They don't want you to keep playing Black Ops 2. They want it to be a hacked mess because they already have your money, and they want more of your money with Modern Warfare 4. This is why, one of the many reasons why, I am not getting Modern Warfare 4. I'm not playing that absolute shit heap. One of my viewers said I should at least play the beta, and I thought to myself, no, I don't think I will. And then I saw that Discord Nitro users were getting it for free. I genuinely don't think I want to play it at all, guys. I'm at a point in my life and with my channel success or whatever where I don't have to fucking play Call of Duty. I can just talk about it. So why in the hell would I subject myself to such disappointment and utter torture playing these shitty fucking games? When they finally release a good game by porting something over, it gets ruined by hackers. So literally, what's the point? Like, they have completely killed me off as a fan. In fact, I would argue they've made me public enemy number one after this, because you thought I was mean before. Guys, some of the stuff I see on Twitter, I'm tame in comparison, right? I'm very tame in comparison to what I see in regards to like people calling these scumbags out. I am rather PG-13 at the end of the day. I'm about to go rated R right here, like in the future. I really am, because I am so sick of you guys, the consumer, getting fucked over. I am so sick of the mindless fucking bots that defend this company when they do fuck you over and blame like the hackers. It is the hackers' fault. Don't get me wrong. But it's also the fault of the trillion-dollar company not being able to combat some fucking loser in his mom's basement. One guy, by the way. I mean, there's more than him hacking the games, but literally that's all it is, you know? But thankfully, some people in the community actually tried to right this wrong themselves, since Call of Duty won't. And this is a bit of a band-aid fix here, but it is a hell of a band-aid fix here, and I have to cover this because this is where it gets really fucking juicy. Check this out. So this guy on Twitter says this: C isn't sharp, the modder I just showed you resetting Tim the Tatman. TLO dropping soon. I'm tired of having to say this. If you ruin the gaming experience for others, I will find you, and what happens after that is 100% up to you. If you run into him in-game, pull up his PSN ID and reply to this tweet with a picture of it. That dev kit of his will no longer work after today. Thanks. What a fucking G. Not Mango69. Dude, go follow this man on Twitter and thank him, please. Doing the job that the trillion-dollar fucking company that wipes their ass with the money you just gave them for Black Ops 1 and 2 can't do this, but one fucking guy can. I'm not going to ask how he did it, but this is incredible. But what's even crazier, and I can't show this, and I don't think I should be promoting this, so I'm going to leave all the details out here because this gets a little, serious. But essentially what happened is this guy got doxxed. This Season Sharp guy got doxxed by someone in the community. I don't recall the tweet I saw it in, and I'm not going to bother screenshotting it or messing around with any sort of real-life info when it comes to this. But I will say, I'm not really mad at it, I'm not really mad at it. Modern Warzone says, today we learned a valuable lesson. Don't fuck with the Black Ops 2 community. They will dox your shit expeditiously. I sure hope that was the real Season Sharp that got exposed and not some random guy. And T-Dog says this: I feel like C isn't sharp messing with the #1 PlayStation game of the week isn't going to go well for him. It was different when he was modding a game with 1,000 players on it. Seeing Tim the Tatman get hacked live has got to have an impact on this situation as well. Lock in at Call of Duty. And while this is a good story, while this is a great story, where in the fuck is the official support at? Again, man, I cannot believe I live in this timeline. Like, I don't know who is in charge of the Call of Duty PR team or the business decisions that get greenlit at the end of the day, but they need to be fucking fired. From what I understand, the Black Ops ports were a way to recoup money because Black Ops 7 failed so much. But what they didn't expect is for it to be the #1 game on PlayStation, despite everyone and their mother, me included, saying that this is the way. This is gonna bring Call of Duty back. This is what players want. This will keep players playing your game if you support it. They are allergic to success. I don't know if they got like a big head or something when Warzone dropped during the pandemic and everyone hopped on it because there was nothing else to do. Like, maybe they think they're the fucking kingest of king shits out there. I really don't know. But for the past 6 years since that happened, they have just done nothing but lose players, lose money, and lose overall interest on top, the biggest one here, on top of losing the trust of the player base. Legit, if you're still watching the video, comment below. Do you trust these motherfuckers to do anything right after what I just showed you in this video? It's just completely insane. I don't know, man. I don't want to make this video too long because I just want to cover these particular happenings in the community. So I'm going to end it right here, but I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, do me a favor, drop a like rating. I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one. Peace.